Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a Slimming World update for you. Yesterday was my first weigh-in, so I thought I would do like a weekly update of how I'm getting on and what's helped and what hasn't helped and all that kind of stuff. Just for anyone else out there who's on the journey and wants to see how I'm getting on. So I've been following Charlotte Taylor over at her channel, Charlotte Louise Taylor. I will link her in the description below, and she's been showing her journey, and I just think it's really helpful, like, for other people to see how others are getting on. So following Charlotte's lead, really, I just thought I already wanted to document my journey, but that kind of prompted me a bit more to just get on with it, because if it can help someone else like hers has helped me, then, you know, that's great. And also, you know, Charlotte is on her journey, but I'm a lot bigger than she is. So for those of you out there watching who are a lot bigger like me, you might find it easier to watch myself than Charlotte, if that makes sense. There's all different strokes on the internet, isn't there? Different things help different people, so just trying to share the love, really. And yeah, anyway, let's crack on before I babble even more. So first of all, I just wanted to talk about how I felt going. I found it a little bit nerve-wracking going for my first weigh-in. I think it's always a bit apprehensive when you're not sure how you've done. Like, has this worked? Especially at my size, it's really difficult to tell. So people were like, oh, I think you've lost weight, and it's like, until I lose like 3 stone, no one can really tell when I lose weight. Yeah, my husband a little bit, but even still, like, I couldn't tell if I was losing or gaining. I didn't know. And I'm too heavy for our home scale, so I couldn't even do a sneaky peek, like, to kind of check. Like, so I was clueless throughout the week, basically. And so I was a bit apprehensive about going, because I was thinking, has it worked? Has it not worked? I've been at the gym. Lots of people say if you go to the gym, you don't lose it the same because your body keeps the water. And I was like, I go to the gym all the time. Oh no, will it work? Will it not work? I don't know. So yeah, I was really apprehensive about going. But everyone's so positive. Like, I think I put on the Facebook group that I was nervous, and I was like, oh, it'll be fine, blah blah blah, you've stuck to plan, you'll have smashed it. And I have quite religiously stuck to the plan. Apart from, my problem is I actually don't eat enough. Like, I don't eat enough sins, apparently, and I don't, sometimes I forget to have like my healthy extra A, like the milk and things, because I don't really have much milk and cheese in my diet, so I forget sometimes to put them in. So there was a couple of days I'd not put them in, and when I handed in my food diary at the start of the session before I went and got weighed, Joanne actually did say, oh, there's not a lot of sins on there. So I was thinking, oh, I've done it wrong again. But yeah, it's all trial and error, and it's like getting the right balance. So I feel like I've eaten really well this week. I've eaten more than normal. I feel like I've spent most of my life prepping food this week. I've been chopping fruit and veg, and yeah, like melons, and just chopping all the time, and that doesn't bother me, but it just felt like a bit more cleaning. And obviously if there's easier ways to do stuff, like, I never understood why people bought pre-chopped things. Like, I understood it was convenient, but at the same time I was like, but it's so much more expensive, just buy the stuff and chop it. But I'm sure after a few more weeks of prepping, I might be opting for the other options, because we're saving a fortune on not eating the rubbish anyway. I know people say sometimes that it's more expensive to eat healthy, but when you're eating a lot of like fast food or takeaways and things like that because you're in a rush, or you go and eat out, obviously we're a family of 6, is very expensive. So the fact that I've been cooking at home and everyone's been loving the meals, my husband's loved everything I've cooked, I don't think he feels he's ever ate so well. And that's, you know, with me doing Slimming World, and the children love everything I make. Although sometimes we've been dashing a lot, and because I'm worried about making sure I prep food properly, they've been having like sandwiches and fruit for their dinner before going out, rather than me trying to get a whole meal in them before we go out. But sometimes I have put things in the slow cooker and they've been ready, and then we've been able to eat that before we go out, because we have like a routine really where we finish school and we come home and we go to the gym. For the first 2 days of this week, the little ones were off for school unwell, so those days I was able to just be in the house and do a lot of prepping, and I made soups and chilies and various different things that would go in the slow cooker, so that I could watch them and make sure they were okay, but also I had the time to sit and chop because I was sat with them, and also they were happy munching on like melon and stuff, so there was a lot of fruit peeling and chopping grapes, and yeah, a lot of melon going on. Lots and lots of melon, if you can't notice the theme. But I found that really helpful to have stuff in, because normally if I'm really hungry, I'll be like, oh, I need food now, what can I eat? And I might opt for like a cracker or some bread, or like I've not got a sweet tooth at all, but if I'm hungry I'll be like, I'll just eat a bar of chocolate because I know it's going to give me some sugar and energy. But I don't even like chocolate, so that's just ridiculous. I'm eating the children's chocolate just as a one-off for some energy, and I'm not just saying that, I genuinely don't like chocolate apart from at ladies time. I will just eat it to feel the energy and then like wash it down with drink because I don't enjoy the taste of it in my mouth, which is, I know, a bit weird, but I do crave it monthly though, so I'm not completely weird. I do crave chocolate at certain times when I feel that your body needs it. So yeah, what's been really great is instead of reaching for those snacks, I've like gone and got a satsuma or an apple or some melon or a yogurt, things that are sin-free, and it just makes such a difference having those things in and doing the shopping the right way. So I'm gonna do a food haul at some point, like a grocery haul, so you can see what I've bought. I went and did like a food shop the other day, like to top up what we needed to make sure we were sorted for the week, and it came to like £50. So that's nothing for our family, like, so yeah, I was really impressed. I just feel that I'm cooking better and smarter on this. A couple of things that I bought for days, I tried to do a day where I didn't prep as much. I deliberately filmed a what I eat in a day, like a low prep version, because it's not everyone has the time to sit chopping veg all day, although I did end up having to do an evening meal using lots of stuff because I had stuff that needed using up. But there are things that you can use, so again I will get that video up soon, so you can see different things that I found helpful without having to sit prepping all day. So I think I've rambled long enough. Yeah, I can just say that I actually found it really easy and enjoyable, apart from all the food prepping and cleaning. One day I literally felt like all I did was chop food, cook food, clean up after food, and then like it was like a cycle, like of just doing stuff. But again, I was getting into the habit, so I've got better at like making us a big dinner and then having that for leftovers for the next day. So that's worked well. Although one day we had a lasagna that I made, and the only sins in it was the reduced low fat cheddar on top, but that was my hex A for the day I made it, and then the day after, because I'd had breakfast with some milk, it became 6 cents the next day, or 4 cents, I can't remember which. But that's the sort of thing you have to watch if you're making one meal one day and then having it for leftovers the next. It might be free that day because you've used your allowances, but the next day it's not. But I struggle to use up my sins anyway, so I didn't mind. That was quite good. But yeah, I'm pleased to say at my first weigh-in I actually lost £7. So I actually got my Halfstone award already. So they give you a little certificate. So yeah, they give you a certificate, say that you lost Halfstone, and that is great for my first week. Obviously I'm a lot bigger, so I lose it quicker at first. I know it will plateau off and that won't be the same every week, but it was a good start. And also I was keeping these fit logs that you can fill in of the activities I've been doing at the gym and such. And if I've been doing this, when I've been doing this for 4 weeks, if I hand them all in, then I get to the silver award for body magic. So I'm just keeping these and then handing them in after 4 weeks. And I also filled in the food diary and handed that in, as I said earlier, because then Joanne can go through it and check like what I'm doing and how she can help. I also feel like this week I've drunk lots and lots of water. I've got off, like the Diet Coke has been a complete treat. Like if I've been out at the gym or I've been out with friends or I've just sat in a coffee shop or something, Diet Coke has been like my treat, or fruit tea. But on the whole, all I've drunk is water, and I feel just much better for it, so that's been good. I also bought this, it says Eat, Play, Live, and it's the Slimming World Daily Journal. I just thought this would be helpful, and it's got some stuff like in it, like where I am now, where I want to be. It runs for 12 weeks, so it'd be good to see the difference in 3 months. Maybe I could get a few of these. And then see how I do. And then yeah, it talks about like my Slimming World dream. I might need help with this, I'm looking forward to that. But this is what I wanted. It's got the meal planner, which makes me happy because I yeah, was making notes all over the place, and I do have a meal planner, a pretty one, but I don't know where it's gone. So this is helpful for me to keep all my Slimming World stuff in one place. And also you can write about your body magic and your losses this week and what you plan to do. So it's just like a little diary really, but it goes through you write every day what you've had, like speed foods, free foods, healthy extra sins, body magic. So you've got a complete record there of everything related. And yes, there are other ways you can do this, and you don't need to buy the Slimming World one, but I just found it helpful because it's deliberately set out for that, and that was £4.95. And it'll be interesting to see how I get on. So yeah, it's good. Another thing I loved the group this week was we got put into groups and we're discussing like free food options, like how many meals we could plan that were completely free. And I ended up sat next to a guy who's lost a stone in 2 weeks, and he's not big, so like for him to lose that was huge. In fact, he was like my I want to beat you person because he had done so well. I was like, what's your secret? I got in his group. And he just was really creative. He was telling me he has like the salt and pepper chips, but he has it as carrots instead. So it's like speed salt and pepper chips because the carrots, and he said they're really, really tasty, and you don't really notice the carrots instead of chips. So I guess it's kind of like sweet potato chips, but instead of that, the carrots. And I was like, that's a great idea. So we're going to try that tonight. Another thing me and James have been having a lot is crispy kale, because obviously then we're getting the goodness and the nutrients we need from that. But we just add half a tablespoon of sweetener, and it crisps it up, and you only have to count like half a sin for that. So we've been having that to snack on at night and enjoying it. Just sprayed with a bit of fry lights. It's kind of like crispy seaweed from the Chinese, but it's only half a sin. And yeah, we've been snacking on that instead of say popcorn or chocolate while we watch a film, or instead of crisps, and we've really enjoyed it. So that's been a good trick for us. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling now, but if you want to keep following me on my journey, then please click like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the little bell, the notifications button, and you'll get updated whenever I upload a video. Yeah, so please let me know in the comments what works for you, what's helpful, and you know, let's just go on this journey together. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
No, no, no.